All right, guys. So we are looking at, well, I was going to trade Facebook today, but it took a massive dip pre-market here, so I don't think I'm going to be trading it. I want to trade it for a long position. I was going to try and fill the small gap here, but it's gapping down. What I think might happen is it might just continue its downtrend. It's what it's looking like most likely. So I could get in for puts. I'm just debating because I don't want it to double bottom here and then it just pops all the way up and then goes and breaks and fills this gap. I don't want to miss this trade if it fills the gap, especially. So that's why I'm kind of like, should I trade it? Should I not? It basically broke its low pre-market here. Low is 163.97 by 163.22. So it basically broke its low, but I don't think it broke it enough. So that's where I'm kind of like, this thing can't keep dropping, especially if it breaks its last low of 161, which is literally right there. So although it's coming up to its VWAP and stuff, I feel like it's probably just best to short it and get in for a puts play. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to trade it just because I'm not entirely sure what it wants to do. And if I don't really know, I don't want to gamble it. I feel like it is going to break its low though, which it already did, but I feel it's going to continue on a downtrend. I don't know. Well, I don't want to gamble it because like last time I didn't see what was going on and I couldn't tell, and obviously that burned me. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and open up my Twitch stream. Okay, there we go. So we'll keep meta on watch throughout the day. I'll let you all know if I took a trade on it. But like I said, I really don't want to miss a long trade if it's going to be going long to fill that gap, because if we can fill this gap here, oh man, that's going to be big. It's a small gap, but still. Okay, so 80 yen, it was on the scans, it's our leading gapper, but I'm not really feeling this one. I had SIDU on watch. This is one I had on watch for sure, but look at that nasty rejection on the 1 minute. That's disgusting. So that's already a bad start to the day. That's something to keep in mind. Yesterday was a bad day as well, something similar. But red box was on my watch list as well, but now it's breaking lower. This is unfortunately not easy to borrow. I did have this drawn out pre-market of a symmetrical triangle, and now it's confirming to the downside. Not like yesterday where I took a short at VWAP, and then it broke back above. This time it's actually confirmed to the downside, so we're clear. But obviously I can't borrow shares here. Another one we had on watch, EBIX. This is another one that hit the scans just this morning. It's gonna get halted here. Wow. Not so sure what's going on with this one, if I'm being honest. Let's see if it actually gets halted here though. Looks like it. Light on volume. We're going to see that halt level move. There it is. So this is definitely one to watch. Not sure what the news is on it. I can look it up though. Let's see. It's going to get halted here. Spreads are huge. Not sure if I like that. EBIX. What's the news on this? Okay. Nothing in particular. It drops 35%. So that's the most recent news that I'm seeing here. Just this morning. Not sure why, but I mean, if it's popping up, sure. So this one's a little choppy. I could trade it on the next 1 minute. It is a pullback, rip, another pullback. Could get in on the third leg up. This one's finishing kind of low though. So maybe a 2-candle pullback, touch a view up at 1550. Potential entry around there. But I don't even know if I should trade it because it's so choppy, it's so slow. Huge seller just stacked up right there at 16, Jesus. I'm not gonna trade this one. This is not something that I should be trading. RDBX, filling its gap at the bottom there. On the daily at least. SIDU. Kind of curling back up here, but still nothing impressive. ADN, this one's making moves, but it's a very slow mover. CMRA got halted, going down. So we already have 3 stocks, our leading gappers basically breaking lower. Nothing looks good right now at all. SIDU. Let's see what Meta's doing. Meta's finally breaking lower here. So I could have got in at the top there at 164 somewhere. Could have gotten anywhere there, but you know what? I still can. I'm gonna consider getting in on a pullback here for the break of this low, which is 161. We're literally right there, but I don't know how far I'd want to go after that because I mean we're at the bottom, so I'm not really sure. It's reversing here again, coming back. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm trying to convince myself I don't have a strategy for it. So EBIX popping back up here. Let's see if I can get on this next 1 minute for the break of 16. It's the only one that I see I have potential on, I guess, because nothing else is really moving. This is a 2 candle pullback after a 1 candle pullback here. So we can get in for the break of this high of 1640 on this next 1 minute. So I'll get in here at 85, and I'm looking for, again, the break of 16 and then a rip to 1640. So in at 85, took small share size, especially on a stock like this. I wouldn't take anything larger just because, I mean, the spread's 1, it's already 15 cents right here. And 2, I mean, it's so slow, it's so choppy. Like, I'm not going to trade that. It dropped to 50, so already dropping on me. It's really choppy. A break of VWAP for sure, so that's it. That's it for that one. Huge loss there. No reason to have taken this trade. Should have known better too. I mean, spreads, but nothing to trade. I guess that's why I took it. So immediately red on the day. EBIX finishing red here. I had a little confidence in it, getting in that high. I expected it to make a quick move. I should have known right away that it wasn't going to break just from its price action, but yikes, that was a 56-cent loss. So there goes 160 bucks. That put me down on the day, and that'd be it for me today, really. So again, no particular strategy. I did have an idea in mind, obviously the pullback, but like I said before, usually the third leg up doesn't always work. So AERC now halted going down. Not looking so hot for this one. I completely forgot about this one, but now it's halted going down. I do have a little more confidence in this one though, just because its daily highs right there. So I mean, all those breaking below VWAP, everything's kind of tanking at the moment. I still have a little bit of confidence in it. Meta, we got a double bottom here. ADN, still hitting the scans. Nice move there from 3 all the way to 330. I'm not gonna trade this one, I don't think though. It's not volatile enough for me. SIDU. RDBX. RDBX is popping back up here. Still don't like its 10-minute or 5-minute. So not feeling super confident in this one. It would have to break back above VWAP and hold above 1280 or 13. Especially 13, I think, for me to want to be long on this one for real. But we got quite a ways with that. So go back to EBIX. Breaking lower for sure. This one is easy to borrow actually, so I could have shorted it here. Wow, I didn't realize that. Next 5-minute on it's gonna open though, so I could just get in for a short. Let it pop towards VWAP, pull back, see if it can hold. And then afterwards get in, see if it pops towards VWAP and then holds below, and I could get in for a short position. I shouldn't even be trading this one if I'm being real. Not revenge trading it. I'm actually considering a pattern here. So bear flag. Finding some support in this level though, 1450. Doesn't seem to want to be pulling back at all. So I think I'm just gonna leave this one alone. I'll let it try and set up, but I'm not gonna force this trade. Go back to ADN, rejection, AERC, halted down. Still should resume in about 2 minutes. RDBX, go back to this one. Now it's curling. Could get in here actually for the 5 minute, which I think I'm gonna do. Let's see what this wants to do. I like the 5 minute high break. Oh, okay. I remember though. Remember, this is something I thought of yesterday. Don't just get in for that break. This is a bear flag technically setting up. But the MACD on the 1 minute's curling here. I do like this 5 minute high, although it's forming a bear flag. We could get in for a quick scalp for a touch of VWAP here on this next 1 minute. So let's see if I can get in on a micro pullback entry. It's at 23 right now. I don't want to get in too high. You know how this one works. I'm gonna get in here at 23, I guess. So in at 23, 500 shares. We're gonna look for a rip of the last 1 minute high. And we wanna break this 5 minute high of 35. So not quite breaking just yet, especially if it breaks that last 1 minute low, I'm for sure out. But I wanna see this push through 25, and then hit 35, break that, possibly even go to VWAP, but I'm not gonna give it that chance. Hit the 30-second mark on this candle. Still hasn't broken yet. Still holding though, so I'm giving a little more of a try here. There's 28, 30. Can we hit 35? Break this last high. 32, 33, 35. There it is. So I should have sold right there. That was a big mistake on my part. Now we're gonna finish pretty low on this 1 minute. See, can I fill my order here? I'm gonna bail at 30. So took it at 30. It wasn't wanting to break there. It's probably a good sell. Hit the bid. Did I actually get filled at 30 though? Okay, I was gonna say I could have waited it out, given a little bit more time just to break this last 5 minute high, because I think it just double topped there for whatever reason, but I don't know. Let's see how much it breaks if it does. The way it rejected the first time, basically double topped there on these two candles on the 1 minute. I didn't want to give it that extra time to do so. And now it's breaking lower, so I guess it was a good sell. Go back to EBIX. So EBIX, now it's staircasing up here. We did get the pullback, can't short it. But the next 5 minutes gonna open pretty soon. We'll get in for another attempt here, I guess. See if we can actually break. Should I get in right now though? It's kind of a risky trade if I get in here. Spreads are tighter though. So if I got in there at 58, I would definitely be profitable at the moment. I should have got in there. Now I'm gonna have to wait for a proper pullback. It's gonna break this last 5 minute high is what it looks like at 1590. Potentially. Let me make sure I'm not missing out on red box here. So okay. It is making higher lows though, hasn't broken its last low. Did double top on the 5 minute. So let's see if this red box stock can recover. CMRA, this one was halted earlier. Resumed. AERC, same situation, also resumed. SIDU. Halted going up. Wow, I did not see this one. It didn't even hit my scans. Actually, it did hit my scans, but at 793. Like, where was this whole rip? I don't understand. That sucks. So this one's gonna resume at 48. So we gotta be sure to be there at 48. Let's go back to what is it? EBIX. EBIX pulling back here. Next 5 minutes should open. We could buy in at 50. Didn't quite break its last 5-minute high, but we can definitely get in for the retest on this one. I'm gonna get in here at 75. Look for the break of 16. Wow, well, I tried to sell at 17, but see if I can sell it at 24 here. Get a quick push through 24 maybe. Not quite. Should I continue holding or should I just sell at 7? We'll sell at 7. So there's 24 again. I guess I undersold. Yep, I definitely undersold that. Damn. That sucks. Look at that nice rip. In at the bottom, perfect timing. And huge rip here. Just, I knew I should have held it a little longer. Oh well, now it's halted going up, is what it looks like. That's so unfortunate. It's just the choppiness of it and the slow movement just made me hesitate. I should have held that position a lot longer. I was definitely far in the green on it. I just didn't want a hard, sharp reversal and massive rejection. I guess the false confidence in the other stocks had me reconsider. Still down on the day, I think, but that really sucks. What a massive move that would have been. So definitely gotta wait for this one to set up again. That's just, that hit me by surprise there. Just look at that, it went all the way to 60 there. 1720 something to 1650, like that's a huge drop, 70 cents gone. So that's I'm like, I didn't want that to happen to me back there. Either way though, I mean, said I sold at 1611. So that was a good profit. It was about 30 something cents. It's a really nice rip though. Just that's so unfortunate. I'm actually pretty upset about that. Whatever. So this one, how much did I lose? It was 15.85 and I sold at so about 50 cents. Here I made about 30 cents of that back, and then also a what? RDBX. I sold for a 5-cent winner, 500 shares. Man, that sucks. Okay, let's check on Meta actually. What is Meta doing? Sideways consolidating here. So I think it's good I just let this one sit out. It's probably gonna choose a direction pretty soon or later on, but I'm not gonna gamble on it. So go back to EBIX. This one's making a new high again. Hit the scans once more. I could get in on this next 1 minute, but I think it's kind of extended at this point. Had a massive rip. It's kind of slowing down, so I could take an entry. I just feel like it's probably not the best decision right now, especially with how choppy it is. SIDU just resumed. I completely forgot. So, missed this one as well. Look at this, gonna go into a second halt, so what it looks like. Could buy the dip anywhere here at 50. Missed that. Pretty risky if I'm gonna be buying the dip here though. It's already extended off VWAP. Gotta wait for a proper pullback, proper setup. Can't just trade for a rip. Need a proper strategy here. So halt level moved up. Wow. Massive climb to 9 here. Back to 50. Spreads aren't too bad, but they're still kind of there. Pretty choppy here at this point. Back down to 30. Next 1 minute opens in 2 seconds. All the way back down to the teens. Yikes. That's so disgusting. I hate that. Show some strength, at least hold. So halt going down. Oh my gosh. That sucks to see. Is it actually gonna get halted or is it a false halt? We'll see pretty soon. Looks like it's actually getting halted down, yeah. Yep, Halted going down. That's so crazy, man. I can't believe I missed that. I forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. That's on me. That could have been a nice trade there too. Just completely forgot about it. VIVK. This one doesn't look so bad either. Not a big mover, judging on its daily. We can watch it. EBIX. Go back to this one. Still needed to consolidate properly. This is not a proper consolidation. It's sideways, but it's having a lot of struggle up here above 17. Having a hard time. So let's see if we get a break below 17. 1650 might be an area to buy. 1640 as well, just because there's some support previously in this range right here. I don't think I'd buy it though, if I'm being real. I might, just because the 10-minute looks really strong and the 5-minute also looks really strong. Then again, the 5-minute did have a two candle climb here. So if anything, it'd be for a quick scalp above this last 5-minute high of 1745. Potentially a rip to 18, but I don't know if I'd give it that chance. MACD's coming to a close here. It's making me a little nervous. So I don't think I'll take that trade for a rip all the way to 18, but I would possibly go for the test of 1750 a second time. I just need to see where I don't want to get in at. I need some sort of confirmation. MACD, like I said, is coming to a close in the 1 minute, but the 10-minute MACD is curling through, so that's why I'm a little not sure. So this is a nice pop here. I don't really want to see it break its last 5-minute high like this though. 1740, so that's a nice pop, but well, we broke the high and now it's a rejection back to 17. Broke the high by like 2 cents. Now it's a 30-cent spread. I don't want to see that, honestly. I wanted to see a proper break, a nice setup, but this just ripped for whatever reason. Now I'm expecting a rejection pretty soon. I could take a short position on it now that it's broken that high, but I'm gonna wait for confirmation on this next 1 minute. I don't want to buy at 1706 and then it has a 1740 spread. I want to make sure this is actually going to hold the low. It says 42. Can we get a break of 40? Proper break and a rip? Not quite. I kind of want to enter for a short here at 1715. I'm gonna enter for a short here. I guess I'm in at 1702. I did not see that. I thought I got in at 17010. Going in for a short here. See if we get the break of 17 and a flush down of 1650 or so. We definitely need the break of 17. Again, I'm in at 1702. Spreads are getting kind of big here. There's a break 1680. See if we can continue down towards 1650 somewhere. Coming into our first resistance here. There's a break. There's 50. Can we break 50? I'll try to sell here at 54. Let's cancel the order actually and try to sell at 57. Try to get filled anywhere here. I'm cool with it. There's a fill. Really, really nice trade there. Another practically 50-cent winner. So could have let it break 50, but 50 was our support here. 50 was resistance, so I decided to undersell it a little bit. 57 before it pops up like it's doing here, back to 80 on the ask. That was a pretty nice trade. After it's seen that 2 candle rejection here, it couldn't hold its highs. I thought the next 1 minute was possibly going to rip through 1750, but judging how low it finished, I wish I got in, like I said, at 1715 or at 1710. That's where I actually thought I got in, but that's all good. Still took a trade regardless. Really nice trade there. AERC popping up here. So AERC, I had mentioned earlier, if this thing can rip and break above. Oh, no, I was talking about RDBX, I think. Either way, it's still talking about the daily highs, 2370. This is my target. As long as it breaks this high here of 2320, we should be solid for a potential retest of 24. The only problem is it's getting pretty extended now. It had a massive green streak here, and now it needs a pullback, proper consolidation, because the 5 minutes really extended off its lows here. So nice rip though. That was an awesome test. I could get in on this next 1 minute. Spreads are pretty big, and that's something we've been dealing with recently these days. Spreads are really big. So I'm not really sure how I feel about entering on AERC. I haven't been watching this one, so I'm not really familiar with it. It is a higher price stock. So that's another thing. I'm not too sure what's going on here, if there's specific news, but I don't know. I could get in for a potential break of 23. It's just, again, it's pretty extended at this point. There's no specific pattern I see that I'm interested in. Could be technically a cup and handle formation here. So this next 1 minute, I could technically get in for a cup and handle formation. I just don't know if that's actually what this is. So if I'm not entirely sure, let me double check. I have my notes here. Actually, I don't even have the cup and handle formation on these notes, so I guess not. I guess we'll have to wait it out and see. Maybe it's a 5 minute cup and handle, because this 1 minute's starting to close on the MACD. Could buy around VWAP, but it's still showing 2170. VWAP's 2113. So 2155 here. It's coming to a close. Let's see if it breaks below VWAP. I think it will. Let's check on Meta. See what Meta's doing. Meta's still breaking lower barely, but it's not really moving significantly. It's just sideways. So this is telling me we're starting to curl back up after such a massive decline from basically 200 all the way down to 160. I mean, that's a massive drop. So I'm gonna wait for this to properly consolidate, and until I see a pattern, I'm gonna get in long for especially to fill the small gap here. I think that's where it'll really push through, but long off the bottom, because it's just so extended at this point. It needs a pullback after such a red streak. Technically, this one daily candle is a pullback, and I'm expecting today to break its lows over here on the previous day, but at the same time, it's just sideways. I don't want it to break its low, enter for puts, and then it goes all the way up to 170, and I'm screwed. So I'm not going to risk it until I actually know what's going on. PEI, this got halted going up, so after getting halted going down, it got halted going up, but it's really light on volume, so I don't think I'll trade it. SIDU resumed as well. I don't know how I feel about this one. GGPI, this is hitting the scans as well. Thickly traded is what it looks like. Yeah, 80 million in float. RDBX, is this the one we're watching? AERC is the one we were watching. So AERC, it's trending a little high at this point. It did pull back properly. We could get in for a break of its last high. So if I got in there at 22, let's see where this would go. 2250, just about. Not quite the break. Again, I wouldn't really want to enter here just because the 5 minute still needs to close, but also this 1 minute MACD is not having me super convinced. After a massive climb like this, it does need a little bit longer of consolidation, I feel. So I'm still gonna wait this one out. Not quite convinced yet. Potentially this next 5 minute, depending on how high this candle closes, there's a massive rejection there. Now down below VWAP, break of 21. Let's see. Not quite. Spread was nasty there, 21 by 2140. So that's kind of out there. I should just close it up here if I'm being honest though, because I am green on the day at this point off that short. It was break even for the most part, really just a small loss on commission, but now I'm definitely green with that short position. I think actually I was able to take that short position in an actual account because it was easy to borrow. It was within my price range. I think for sure I could have taken that short, and I most likely would have if it was easy to borrow. So I'm only going to be shorting those that are easy to borrow. Not like these. I can't trade this on short sell restriction. I can. I'm not going to bother. If it's easy to borrow, I take a short all day. but definitely a correction off of yesterday. So if my first trade wasn't there on EBIX, I mean, if that wasn't there, that would have been great. But and this one too, I really wish I would have held longer on this trade here. That actually sucks. That was a massive rip, just so unexpected. Got in at the right time and everything. It just chopped around. It was so slow, and I was like, well, might as well undersell because I don't want this to flush on me through VWAP randomly. So, oh well, it happens. Still took profit. It was a good amount of profit too. Not underselling by too much. Just that unexpected rip. I mean, that was crazy. SIDU, ADN, our leading gapper. This one's just sideways. PEI, resumption, and rip into another halt. So this one's halted again. Not sure what the news is on this one. Let me check. WCRE adds executive to lead growth in South Jersey, Pennsylvania. Okay, it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna guess. That's the only recent news. It was yesterday. I don't know what it's going off of today. SIDU popping here again. Let's check on Meta. Meta finally breaking lower here. So it's going to be a slow crawl today with Meta. That's what it looks like. No significant drops or anything. But again, I'm going to be waiting for this long play. I'm going to just wait for it to be long because I could short it. I could buy puts, but it's so extended that I don't think it has enough range for me to be convinced to want to take a good sized position for it to go pretty far. It's starting to slow down here. I mean, it held the low here. It also held this low. So it's not really rejecting. Right here, it's just sideways for the most part. It's going down, but it's nothing like these days where it's just dropping like bad. So, and what sucks too is the first day up here, I missed the trade. I told myself for sure get puts at 200, like 200's for sure puts. And I completely forgot about it. I was out exploring over there in Europe. I was traveling and I went for a hike or something. Next thing you know, I got home real late. And then I realized, like, oh no, I forgot about the Facebook puts. And that would have been the biggest play of, the day, like of the month, really. That would have been huge. I think I calculated it. It would have been several $1,000s I would have made on just a small investment. So that would have been insane. It's just, I can't believe I missed. I was so pissed that I missed that. Oh man, that sucks. But that's why I'm keeping a close eye on it because I don't think it's when it goes long, I don't think it's gonna rip massively instantly. I think it's gonna be a slow climb, a slow pullback. But I'm still in for the long side. Just gonna wait it out till I see a proper setup on it. And pretty much everything, it's past 10 already. Everything's basically done. I don't see anything in particular that I really like at this point. Red box rejecting, AERC, rejection, massive rejection too. This could be a long setup though. We could be seeing a symmetrical triangle here again, just a way longer one than we usually deal with. So it's going to take a while to set up, but I'm not going to wait around for it. It hasn't broken its lows down here, so I mean it's still holding up somewhat. But that's probably what I would be in on. If anything though, the 5-minute MACD is coming to a close, so that's where I'd be a little nervous. Same with the 10 minutes, so I think this can continue on the downside. But unfortunately it's not easy to borrow, so I'm not going to even bother with it. So let's go ahead and wrap it up here. We finished up $80. Wow. $80. It could have been a lot more, honestly, but I'm happy with it. From being red about 160, 170, I'm sure, back up to 80. So I made it all back, and I mean it was good plays all around, except for obviously my first one. It was just not a gamble, but it just didn't work out, and I definitely should have sold a lot quicker than I held. But it's just so unfortunate on EBIX in this one position. Again, I try to trade proper setups or something that I really felt confident in. This one, again, I had a feeling after it rejected so many times up here, this random spike, I was like, no, it's not going to hold. There's no way. So this one as well, 2 candle pullback, wait for that confirmation at the short side. Wish I got in a little higher, but oh well. Really nice trade right there. Sold at 50 where basically my support line was. So really nice sell. It wasn't breaking 50. Wasn't going to keep holding it for an attempt. But that would have been really nice if it did. That would have been an awesome trade. This one, obviously, I was just going for it. Had a one pullback, second climb, second pullback, and I was trying to trade that third leg up. Just didn't work out, and sold way too low. Definitely undersold or sold, way over my stop loss. So, I mean, that's kind of on me. If we go to AERC or RDBX, this was the second one I traded. This one was an attempt for the 5-minute high break. It double topped basically, and I had an idea behind it. I figured, well, I know it's bear flag in here, but I could just get in for a potential 5-minute scalp, just a quick scalp. But thankfully I ended up selling, and it ended up rejecting after that a little bit, but it slow climbed all the way back up through 1250, which I wasn't in on that for. So I got in a little late, or a little early, I guess, but I mean, I still sold, got some profit on that. 1230 by 1223, 500 shares, 7 cents. So not that bad. 3-cent commission, 4 cents. It's not a lot of money. $20. Yeah, $25. So not a lot of money, but still some money's money. Just such a nice recovery on EBIX. And at least I'm paying a lot more attention to what I'm doing, or at least understanding, hey, I can't just trade the last 1 minute high or last 5-minute high. I'm stopping myself prior, making sure I have a proper strategy to it. But overall, I'm happy with the trades today. Not the first one, but the other ones, I'm pretty confident in them. And thankfully, it turned out my direction, right? So up $80.16 today. Again, this is a simulator account. This isn't the live account. Taking a little bit bigger of share sizes, not on stuff like this. I'm trying to figure out which ones I'm going to be taking larger share sizes on. So the market's been really choppy, slow, and the spreads have been massive these recent days. So the smaller share sizes are the way to go, I think, in this case. I mean, I don't want to risk too much on a live account, so I'd be taking smaller share size. But it's with slow movers like RDBX, I would feel a little more comfortable taking larger share sizes on. RDBX isn't necessarily a slow mover, but like ADN's a really slow mover, so this one I would take a way larger share size position. But I don't know. I'm still testing these things out and figuring out what I like, whatever. So with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you all had a green day today, and I'll see you soon.